Hi, I am back this week to talk about something that is helpful and it gotten me through like the busy work week and the dreaded work week, the long hours, the long shifts, the weekend schedules. If you're in healthcare, this will definitely help you, but some of these things can be applied to your corporate jobs, your careers, even your school life as you juggle life and your priorities. And I'm so excited to talk about this. I have my list here and I'm going to start with 5 hacks to get through your work week. And one time, a long time ago, a person very near and dear to me taught me this, and I at the time didn't realize the power of the mind, the power of our habits, of our daily routines. But he taught me that if you already go to work with the mentality that you're already making money, as you're doing all of these, you're already making money. But this specific one that he told me is if you change your mind and you train it to think that you're working out, which is something you already had to do even if you weren't here at work. You're already working out, you're getting your exercise, you're getting your steps in. If you're a healthcare worker, you know that you get your steps in. And if you work like at a warehouse or somewhere else, you're training your body to think, I'm here at work, I'm making money, doing my responsibilities, but I'm also working out. Your body will follow what your brain tells it, as we know. And it's like you're biohacking. You're getting a workout in, you are already making money, and it's like you're doing 5 things for your work week, essentially. And he explained it much better than how I'm explaining it, but I go to work, I already know I'm gonna have at least 3 12-hour shifts, and I'm getting 10K steps, if not more. And I already have to do that, even if I wasn't working. So we're biohacking, we're hacking the system, and we're just benefiting our work week to just make us better. So that is the first one. The second one is you're already gonna meal prep during your work week. So on those 3 days or whatever shifts you have, you are going to at least try the majority of those shifts to have your meal prep. That includes breakfast, that includes your dinner and your snacks. And you know, for those days, you already have to be responsible. You're gonna get home tired and you just wanna go straight to sleep. So you've already eaten healthy for the day. So you're getting things done that you know you already have to get done, but you can also enjoy the little treats. You can have something that'll get you through. My thing is, and we all pick our vices, but my thing is my espresso in the morning. If I buy it at, a Starbucks or a coffee shop on my way to work, that is my little treat. And that is my personal treat. It doesn't mean it's yours. And I definitely try to find it pleasure in that, but also I try to keep it healthy. I don't go crazy with the sugar or the added ingredients, and that's just my personal take on it though. But if you need a sweet treat, if you need a little dessert on one of these days to make it through, go ahead and do that. But you're gonna already be the majority of the time eating healthy and staying consistent and being prepared. You're gonna meal prep and you're already just doing something that you know you have to do, and you're gonna get it done in your shifts. So easy way to eat healthy, easy way to work out, all while you're making money. This is at the end of the day how we're getting through this. So, and as a side note, some of these, I try to keep it, sorry that I keep moving. I try to keep it a little, I can't speak for men. These are some of the my hacks that I get through because, as we know, women are equipped differently than men, but men are taught to put their pleasure aside. They are taught to sacrifice, work long hours, work hard, back-breaking jobs, and they sacrifice their pleasure. And us women, we are so lucky. We always, not always, but most of the time, we think about, what brings me pleasure, what makes me feel good, what it's gonna romanticize my routine. And this can apply to both men and women. So, but I can speak to the feminine part of it, is that it's okay to have a little pleasure, but we can't always live in our pleasure, because if we're always in our pleasure, we're not disciplined, we go by emotions, that'll take us off track, and but still enjoying the good things in life. So that is a little disclaimer. But on your breaks, when you have a chance, of course, it depends on your schedule and your workflow, but when you have a break, you're gonna do mini micro tasks that are gonna help you get the big tasks done on your days off, for example, or if you have something that you're gonna do this weekend, but it starts with a micro task, sending an email, doing a to-do list, asking somebody for help on something that you have to do. You're gonna try to do that micro task, and it's gonna make the big task get completed faster, and it's like a stressor off of you. It's almost like a weight lifted off of you, because you know on your day off, or when it's time to complete this big task, you've already done the many things. Most of it is done, easy. And now you did a big task so easy, you broke it down into many little steps, and it got done. Before you know it, you'll cross it off your list. So that was the second one. Also on these shifts specifically, or in this work week, it's okay to network and socialize. That is good for our mental health. You're gonna maybe not sit and complain and whine with your coworkers. I don't think that is productive, but I think that humor and shared experiences and talking about maybe learning something new from the people that you're surrounded with at work, you would be surprised at how much you learn, how much you have in common, and how many things you can take away that will just expand your knowledge base. And I think that's a productive way to socialize and network and laugh. Laughter is very important for our mental health, for our well-being. It helps us even burn calories. And so I wouldn't sit in a circle and gossip or talk negative, whine and complain. That's very low vibrational behavior. If you're going to socialize, and if you're going to network with people, and just if needed, you don't always have to network, but if needed, socialize. Make sure it's in a positive light. It's uplifting your energy. It's not creating this dense energy in your body, like complaining, whining, being ungrateful. Those are all low vibrationals. I would stay away from it. You're better off being a loner if you're going to do that. So just food for thought. It is human nature for people to sit around and share kind of like bad experiences, or like complain, or like just offload their stress on somebody, but you'll find yourself really drained if you do that too much. And so just some food for thought. But you're socializing and networking. That's 3 things already you've done, all while making money, all while being responsible and doing what you were already going to do in the first place. So networking, I talked about that. The 4th one is like a bonus. It doesn't apply to everyone, but I've seen people in the corporate world where they have an opportunity, they can work on their side business, their side gigs, their side hustles, whatever, even their hobbies, that they can set a little bit of time apart to kind of work on those and have that fruitful thing going for you. This is not going to apply for everybody. Not everybody has a side business. Not everybody has a side job or anything like that. But if it does, you're already doing all of that while making money, and you're setting up a little bit of time apart and getting, I guess, things like that going for. I've recently gotten into this app where you can sell, resell, and buy your clothes, and it's something that I think it's like, you already have to get rid of these clothes, you have to declutter, you have to, why not make a little bit of money on the side from it? If not, you can just give it away and be generous and give to others. So I that's like a little example, but yeah, I hope these tips help. I'm talking a little fast to get like them out of the way, because I was so excited here to share this with you. But let me know these hacks that you are using to get through your work week, and hopefully make your week better, your life a little better. Yeah, I definitely need this sometimes, and I hope that everybody had a gorgeous Valentine's Day and Valentine's weekend. It's probably one of my favorite holidays. But yeah, I'll talk with you soon.